this a quorum?
It is quorum.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is 3 o'clock. We are missing an excused absence from Mr. Harrison. He said he wasn't going to be available for this meeting, and Mr. Ward is not here yet, but we still have a quorum. So welcome. Tonight is, well, this afternoon is February 4th, 3 o'clock. We're in meeting room 1, the Carver Town Hall, for the Carver Earth Removal Committee. If everybody could just make sure they silence their cell phones. I was at a meeting recently and the presenter didn't, and he was a little bit embarrassed, so I'll check mine. Board members will be recognized first, and then when appropriate, the audience will be. We've got the right to stop the discussion anytime we see fit. Please, let's not have any outbursts. And Area 58, thank you very much for being here as usual. If anybody else is recording, can you let Ashley know, please, for the minutes?
Cool.
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh,
Thank you.
nice, thanks.
Okay. All right, minutes. Have you all reviewed the minutes? And if you have, I'll take any motions.
Make a motion to approve the minutes. Do have some amendments, but we'll go through discussion.
Perfect. Do we, can I get a second for discussion?
I'll second that.
Thank you, John. Your amendments, Roger?
So, on the comments on the public hearing, Route 44 development, in the second paragraph at the end, Mr. Haniel asked if the water was tested from the Whetstone Brook, and it's written here that Jim said the water was tested and had concentrations above the DEP standards, but I reviewed the notes and it said they were below the DEP standards currently.
Okay. Anybody have any other amendments to the minutes as we see them?
Just Mr. Rogers edit.
I have,
that?
I've spoken with Ashley, just a quick typo about the citizen's request by Ms. Gail DeTomaso, and it says, she just got a typo in Gail's name. And then at the end, like John just said, we're gonna, I think this one might stick, Roger. You might be Mr. Rogers now instead of Mr. Shores. So can we amend the motion to accept the changes?
Yes, so amended.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you very much. Passed unanimous, Ashley.
I have to abstain. I was not at the meeting.
You don't have to abstain.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
and,
I looked them over and they looked in order.
Okay.
okay, right now, thankfully, we're 4 here. And if we don't have your vote, we are, how does that work?
Council advised us we could vote even if we weren't present.
Right, we
for
can
the
vote,
minutes.
but we need the 4th for the quorum.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. All right, so, thank you. We'll set the next potential meeting date for March 11th. Meeting room 1 at 3 o'clock. I cannot be here the previous week. And I know there was one other board member that was going to be unavailable. So the 11th of March.
That proposed date works for me, Mr. Chair.
Same.
Okay, Judy?
And that works for me.
Well, by God, that's what it'll be. March 11th. Thank you. All right, moving on. We have 5 permits that are expiring or have expired. Jen and I drafted a letter to be sent to these permit holders, which was in part of your packet. I am hopeful that you all had a chance to review and see if you wanted to make any edits to this letter.
I would like to just note on the first page when it says permit, and then in the section it says fill out a permit closure. So are we doing permit numbers or pit numbers?
So however it's looked at in our records. So if it's a permit number, which is what we've got, if we do it by permit number, that'd be the best thing. So then it's easy for us to track.
Okay. That's what I was trying to get at, just keep it simple as
Yep.
a permit number.
Yep. Any other questions about this? Okay. So I'll ask Jen to send this letter, which can populate all the blanks. We will send it to Johnson Cranberries for permit number 58. We'll send it to the SLT Construction Company for permit number 71. We'll send it to Johnson Cranberries for permit number 92. The Makepeace Company for permit number 97. And to Matt Rhodes at Great Cedar Cranberry for permit number 98. If that works for all of you.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody else that we wanted to send this letter so we can have them come to a pit closure?
Sounds like
Okay.
a plan.
Thank you very much. We're moving on. All right, also in your packets, we had an operations and maintenance earth removal expense authorization form. Mr. Wood sent this to us last Friday for a short amount of money this time, which is really nice to see, for the $123.37.
I'd like to make a motion to approve these purchases.
Have a second?
I second that motion to approve the O&M expenses.
Thank you. Any further discussion on the expenses? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed? Thank you very much. Passed unanimous, Ashley. And I will sign that after. All right. We have a continued, well, we have a request to continue the public hearing for Fruit Door. His email, I think, suggested that this would be his last continuation, but he did request to be continued until the next meeting. So we can continue Fruit Door until the March 11th for parcels 122-18, 122-10, 122-2, 122-4, and 5-2. You get all that? Thank you.
Sorry in my notes, thanks.
So that'll be continued until the 11th. We also got an email from the Route 44 Development Corporation, located at Green Parkway, map 20, lot 2, for a continuance as well. So we'll continue them also until the 11th at 3 o'clock. Agreed? Okay. Got an email, and this is the last thing on the list. We had an email from the contractor that's working at the Pontiff Pit over at 104 Tremont Street, requesting us to come out and look at the cutting and look at progress and potential cutting for phase 2. I'm going to suggest 2 dates that we can go out and look at the site. We've been talking about site visits and substantial completion from one phase before we allow the cutting or anything else on the second or third phase, subsequent phases. So I'd like to go look at it. I have 2 dates that I'm open to, one which is Saturday, the 8th of February, or I'm available on the 22nd.
Either
So-
one works fine.
Okay.
Same, actually.
So it's Saturday, I'm thinking we can do 8 o'clock.
This Saturday?
This Saturday, the 8th?
Yeah.
John?
This Saturday, the 8th,
Yep.
in the morning? I'm a maybe.
Okay,
Probably not.
probably not.
Yeah.
Would the 22nd work? That-
22nd does not work. I'm
I didn't
away.
think it would for
No.
you.
So, I'll do the best I can to make it there for the 11th.
Okay.
For the 8th, this Saturday at
8 o'clock,
8
Scott?
o'clock.
Yeah, if we can do 8 o'clock, I mean, it kind of is a kickoff for the day.
Yeah.
I see the contractor, Ryko, is here.
We can be in attendance for 8, no problem.
Okay, 8 o'clock this Saturday for you guys?
Absolutely.
Do you want to say anything to us now, or you want to wait and we'll talk about it later on?
Happy, whatever the board requires. Any questions that need to be answered now, happy to do it, otherwise on site, we'll probably pass it as visually, but whatever works for you guys.
Okay, I'm thinking right now, until we see the site, I think it's probably easier for the contractor and his representatives to let us see the site, explain it, and then we'll come back in at the 11th and discuss. Does that work for the board?
Yes.
Judy? Work for you?
For the Phase 2 part?
Yep, so the potential about going into Phase 2, we'll go look at it and then bring it back on the 11th to discuss an open session.
Okay, my question is, where's Phase 1 at now?
We can calculate close to 70% complete.
So I guess my question would be, when, are you going to finish Phase 1 before you start Phase 2?
100%, it's very sequential the way it goes. We're not intending on touching anything in Phase 2 until 100% of Phase 1 is done. It's time consuming to take the trees down, strip the topsoil and other sort of materials off to prep it for the sand phase. So that takes a little bit of time. So we like to be in front of it, rather than the project coming to a stop and then adding more days to the permit. That way we keep our consistency with the project. We're just trying to be ahead, right, just like you just mentioned, it would have been 2 weeks or 3 weeks to be able to look at it. We're trying to get plenty of time for the board to see it, so it wasn't so much of a fire. But we do not intend on starting Phase 2 until Phase 1 is 100%. We do run in tandem. We would start prepping Phase 2 with no actual work that will take place until Phase 1 is 100%.
So it's just a prep,
It's a prep. Yep. It's the time of the fire, so I think getting it really nice to actually. Especially with winter, with the weather, it may take longer for us to get it done. Just to give plenty of time for everything to go smoothly. We're trying to keep the place be very consistent with the locality. This just allows us to follow that process.
You'll be able to be there Saturday on the 8th with us? So,
absolutely, yep.
yeah, and I love the explanation, thank you very much, but I think without us seeing it, the last time we were there was several months ago. They've been going at it pretty regular. I would presume you guys are at the 50 loads a day, every day, regardless. So I think if we were able to get out there and put our eyes on it as well.
I think visually it would be extremely helpful. And it will show that everyone, what that means. When you see it, the way it's being done, it really makes sense what I'm saying. Phase 1 and Phase 2 part. It's almost impossible. If you can picture a stack of us, we have to go. We can't get to it until we get done. We would, it's almost impossible.
Good?
Okay,
Anybody else? Okay. Well, as pro,
Comment, or you just like chat with the applicant?
I'm sorry?
Does the public get to comment, or you just chit chat?
You'll get to comment on the 11th at our site visit, after our site visit, when we go see it. And we're gonna come back. Right now, we haven't seen the site in several months to even understand if we want to allow that to happen.
Well, I can tell you the facts that we put in our comment letter as to why you should even go on a site visit, because the whole project is completely illegal and violating the Wetlands Protection Act.
I thank you very much for your comments. We're gonna go look at the site on Saturday, and we'll talk about it on the 11th. With that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn this meeting.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Sorry that it was a kind of a quick meeting, but I do appreciate your presence here. It means a lot.